Oh, I feel it in my stomach right now. First time rain doesn't feel that pleasant. You see all the white lines, tarmac. Yeah, those are really tricky at this stage. My visor is so foggy right now. Everyone is struggling within this group. We have 10 people. They're all struggling with these conditions. I'm the one sitting on a motorcycle, guys. And it's tricky out there. Hey guys, how you doing? Today we're fighting the streets with this Ducati Streetfighter V2S with a fantastic quick shifter. Oh. Yeah, that quick shifter works perfect. Alright, guys, a little intro. This is the Streetfighter V2S, which is really similar to the Ducati Panigale V2S, of course, that I tested a few weeks ago. Please watch the video if you're interested. It's the exact same bike. The only thing that differs is this is a naked bike, so it's the position of the bike, your sitting position on this bike. So let's see if it can beat the Panigale, because until now that's my favorite bike. It has a 9 for comfort and a 9 for excitement. Maybe, well, excitement will be the same, I assume. Maybe we can go a bit up for comfort because of this sitting position. Of course, the Panigale is a racing bike. This is a naked bike. You're sitting more up front. Let's see. As you can see, it's a bit rainy outside. I have to tell you a little secret. This is the first time that I'm riding into the rain. I've never been out on a bike when it was raining, not even having lessons for my driving license. All the 26 tests that I had before, it was always sunny or cloudy. So it's a bit tricky out there, but yeah, if you want to test everything, you know, you also need to test your bikes during these circumstances, and especially in the Netherlands, this is what you can expect. It's a shame though, because all my tests before was during sunny days, and now it's a bit tricky out there. So we put it in road mode instead of sport. We can also go to rain mode, but not for now, because I assume we're going to have some better weather later on this ride. We'll see. But yeah, tricky. Can you still remember the first time you went out on a bike? And it's a pretty heavy bike. This is a super sport though. 120 horsepower, 93 newton meters of torque. Can you still remember that first time? Exciting, right? I'm having that feeling right now. So I think I was lucky, never experiencing any rain in my previous rides, or unlucky, just how you want to describe it. The thing is, with rain, everything is getting foggy, like my visor of my helmet. Cool. Yeah, it's really rainy now. No, I cannot switch it to rain while I'm riding, so we're not gonna do that. Oh, I feel it in my stomach right now. First time rain doesn't feel that pleasant. You see all the white lines on the tarmac? Yeah, those are really tricky at this stage. So quick shifter. The quick shifter of Ducati. My first test with the Panigale, I didn't know it had a quick shifter. That was really stupid of myself, of course. It has a quick shifter nowadays, 2025. A new Panigale is coming out, of course it has a quick shifter. But now I knew beforehand it has a quick shifter, and it works as a charm. It works as a charm. Okay, so we are in Amsterdam right now. Normally all my rides are in the east of the Netherlands, where I'm from, where I'm living. I'm from Rotterdam actually. So we're in Amsterdam right now. New environment to discover. Let's see if they can bring us to some nice roads out here. It's rainy though, but yeah, I have to say it's a cool experience to be out here in the rain for the first time on the Ducati, right? Ducati Streetfighter V2S. Not a bad way to make your debut on the rainy roads. My visor is so foggy right now. So I have to keep my head in a certain angle so I don't see the foggy part of my visor. Not really comfortable. But it's a good way to test out the Ducati also in different circumstances. Different weather circumstances, because the Panigale test was a nice spring sunny day. We went out, a lot of people were in a hurry back then, exceeding the speed limit. Yes, not today I guess, especially in Amsterdam, because it's tricky out there, you get fined instantly. Oh, my visor, it's really annoying. Really annoying. If anyone has any tips for me for my visor, that it doesn't get that foggy, because I'm using some kind of spray before I leave. It should make it disappear, you know, that fog on your visor, but it doesn't, especially during these weather conditions. Okay, a bit tricky out there, so I'm going to focus a little bit more. Even in road mode there's plenty of torque, plenty of power, of course. Normally I would put it in sport mode, but as you can see, the conditions are not allowing me to do so at this point. The engine, okay, I will tell you later on. Tricky roads out here. Yeah, I can tell that everyone is struggling within this group. We have 10 people within this group. 2 are in front of me and the rest behind me, and they're all struggling with these conditions. That's why we're going to adjust the speed a little. They're waiting for the rest of the group. Yeah, it's tricky out there. Trust me guys. You're probably watching this on your mobile or on your laptop, whatever. And you say, come on guy. What are you talking about? Go faster. Well, I'm the one sitting on a motorcycle, guys. And it's tricky out there. So yeah, let's focus on the bike itself. Yeah, the sitting position. So that's the only thing that differs from the Panigale. It's only the sitting position, and of course the looks a bit. The front is different. It looks like an alien, a bit like the KTM style, which is pretty cool. And of course it's a naked bike, so the sides are not hidden, but you can see all the different parts of the engine. For me, I personally really love that. But yeah, that's a personal style of everyone, if you like it or not. Next to that, what differs, it's the sitting position, yes. But still, it's really up front. It's not a convenient sitting position that you're really able to relax. Not at all, actually. I don't feel a lot of difference compared to the Panigale, which is a true racing bike. You're sitting really up front in a racing position, but this is quite similar. So not a standard naked bike position. This is a sportive naked bike position. And it's a shame that we cannot compare both of them, because the weather conditions totally differ from each other. But always nice to test it in these kind of conditions, I guess, even if it's a bit scary sometimes. Yeah, the sound of the V2 is much better in my opinion than a standard parallel two-cylinder. Yeah, I'm noticing that I'm uplifting my confidence during these conditions. It's not raining anymore, but still the roads are slippery. And of course it's my first time out there in the rain. So not really able to we can still speed it up a bit, of course, on the straights. So that's what we're doing. when you change gears, the exhaust pops. It's a standard exhaust, but you feel it and you hear it popping. Yeah, that's really a surplus. Popping exhaust when changing gears, love it. Alright, that guy in front of me, he's a bit more confident in the rain, and also he has the V2S Multistrada, a bit more torque and power. Whoa. Yeah, I do feel the difference between this mode, which is road, and last time it was sport, so you do feel difference for sure. Already feeling my wrist a little bit, especially my left wrist. Not sure why it's my left and not my right, or both. But yeah, I have to be honest, because I was really enthusiastic about that Panigale, maybe a bit too much, because it was a great bike. It was a true great bike, and this is as well, because it's the same bike, differs only in that sitting position, and that sitting position for me, I don't like it that much. Sorry. I want to sit a bit more up front, a bit more relaxed. If you're choosing that Streetfighter, of course, if you say the name Streetfighter, you don't want a convenient ride and a chill up sitting position, of course, but yeah, as you can see, the sun is coming up finally, so yeah, those rainy conditions finally they ended right now. So like I said, it was my debut, having rain on the road. It was tricky. Yeah. Still really tricky in the corners. I don't have that confidence level yet of some of the other riders, especially in the corners. I don't know how this bike will react with a lean angle and slippery conditions. So yeah, I'm learning a lot today, gaining experience, and I'm going to need for the future, because you cannot avoid the rainy conditions at all time, of course. So it's really important to gain this valuable experience as well. I'm not really convinced about the sitting position. It hurts my wrist. Even after 15 minutes already, it's an aggressive sitting position. And I have the feeling that it's more aggressive than the racing bike, because I didn't have any issues with that sitting position, and it's a super sport racing bike. So, oh wow, these are nice conditions. Look at this. For the Netherlands, we're called the flatlands, right? We don't have any uphill, downhill roads, but this is kind of uphill and downhill. Well, look at this. I wouldn't think I was in Amsterdam right now, but yes I am. These roads look like, you ever been to Spa-Francorchamps in Belgium, nearby the F1 track? Looked a bit like that. Yeah, I notice I'm still not having the confidence of riding in a normal manner. These conditions are way too tricky for me at this stage. Yes, these bikes are passing. Like I said, these are the Multistradas V2S. A lot more horsepower, a lot more torque, and I think a lot more experience in these circumstances. Also, I don't have the full confidence in the braking system. These are Öhlins, which is top notch. Therefore, it's the Streetfighter V2S, which gives you the Öhlin suspension. Back to the big roads. Yeah, steering is always well done by Ducati for all their bikes. They have that little cutting edge concerning cornering. Not sure what it is. Yeah, but they've done a great job. And I had the same feeling with the Panigale even more than now. I think the Panigale is really designed to cornering easy because of it's made for track, but also this bike has a big wow factor to that cornering. Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah, the sun is out finally, but still some slippery spots on the road and some wet tires. So still not full confidence, but it's going up and up by the minute. Valuable. This session is really valuable for me and my development as a starting rider. As you may know, only 1 year of experience, never been in the rain before. Yeah, and this is still a really powerful bike with 120 horsepower. It's really light, 174, which is truly one of the lightest bikes out there, maybe the lightest bike with this amount of torque and horsepower. So yeah, it's still a beast, and it's a bit tamed because of this mode, road mode, but yeah, it's still there, right? All the power. So also the bike it's not really wide, it's somewhere in the middle ground. It's not narrow, not wide. I always like it a bit more wide. It gives you more the feeling that you're on a big bike that has balance, you know. And it's really kind of lean. Whoa, a lot of wind was coming toward me because of, again, those trucks, if they pass you, you get a lot of wind coming towards you, and I was a bit surprised the first time he came by. A lot of winds. Strange because these are one of the best brakes. What's the name? Bremco brakes, and one of the best suspension Öhlins. But I'm not really feeling it. Especially the brakes. They said only one finger is enough. It doesn't feel like that. It feels like I have to brake with my full hand, all 5 fingers. I felt a bit uncomfortable multiple times now by braking. Braking is not as impressive yet. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. I'm not sure, but it didn't feel like, oh, I only need 1 finger and I can brake really easy. No, not at all. You know, having confidence, being confident on a motorcycle, especially a big bike, is key. And because of these rainy conditions early on, yeah, it's not that much. So I need to regain my confidence again, which is really important. There he goes. If you guys watching this, please let me know, share your thoughts. How was it for you? How did you gain more confidence over time during slippery conditions? I'm not having a lot of trust in these brakes. I'm not sure what it is. I really don't know. It's even the first time that I'm not having full trust in the brakes, and these are one of the best brakes out there. So yeah, I'm gonna give my verdict, guys, and yeah, for 90% it's the same bike as the Panigale V2S, and that was a 9 for comfort and 9 for excitement. Yeah, it would be silly to give a lower rating for excitement because it has the same engine. So we're fully gonna focus on comfort and the sitting position. It's hurting my wrist, a bit of my shoulders. It's a bit too aggressive. Also the brakes and suspension, I think it's because of the rainy conditions, because it's also the same as the Panigale, so that cannot be different from that bike. But comfort wise it's going to be less. I'm going to give it a 7.5 instead of the 9 for the Panigale. Yes, 7.5 for comfort and still the 9 for excitement, because I know what this bike is capable of. Check the Panigale video, my test a few weeks ago. That was the first time for me being on a super sport machine. A great experience. Just watch it and have some fun. Thank you guys for watching. Take care. Cheers.